Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with my poor wife, Karina from Venezuela. And today, I can't remember what day it is. It's Tuesday? Today is Tuesday. Now, normally I do a live stream on Wednesdays, but we had lots of questions from yesterday, which people couldn't wait till Wednesday. So here we are. We're back on the live stream, ready for your questions. Now, Karina's from Venezuela. She lived in Colombia for almost 6 years. And we dated for a long, long time in Colombia. And Karina got her NOA 1 letter on April 18th, 2022. She got her NOA 2 letter May 30th, 2023. We had the visa interview on November 16th in Bogota, Colombia on November 16th, 2023. And we flew to Miami, Florida from Bogota, Colombia with our cat, Tokyo, on January 3rd, 2024. And then January 14th, 2024, we got married on the beach. So here we are. We made it. You guys can make it too. You're going to do it too. We're going to help you pull you over the finish line. Dina Ali's in the house. Dina, hi Diego and Karina. How are you guys doing? We're good. We're doing great. We just went for a walk around the neighborhood and we're doing good. Thanks, Dina. How are you? How's your family? How's everything in beautiful Iraq? We hope you're trying some of that Iraqi food. I'd love to eat some Iraqi food, I tell you. Miguel, hi Diego and Karina. Long time no see. Miguel, how's your family? How's everybody? We hope you're doing well. We hope Dina's family and Dina, we hope you're doing well. And I just basically wanted to continue from yesterday because people were just had lots of questions. Melissa Ghana, hello, good evening to this beautiful couple sending love from Texas, the second biggest state in the union. Now in America, there are 50 states. I think Colombia, it's got 27 states, but in America, there's 50 states. Alaska's the biggest and Texas is the second biggest. But Texas is the biggest state in the continuous United States. Alaska's way up there north of Canada. Chris is in the house. Okay, Chris, I like your attitude. You're going to get a Mountain Dew salute, okay? I like that attitude. Dina Ali, I'm doing great as long as I'm next to him. Dina, yeah. You're going to get your K1 visa. He'll get it all figured out. He's just going through this administrative stuff. And it's normal for our friends from Iraq. It's just one of those things. But you're with him, so it will make it a lot easier to get through this process. Abduli Jallo, hi Diego, greetings to you and your lovely wife. Abduli Jallo watching from UAE, the United Arab Emirates. We love our friends in UAE. Now, I bet it's nice and warm, but didn't you guys just have a bunch of bad weather with flooding and lots of rain? Was it UAE with all the rain? Oof, man! I think maybe I'm wrong. Miguel, my wife and I got married March 30th. Congratulations! We are preparing paperwork to adjust the status. Take your time. Take your time. Don't rush the green card paperwork. Don't rush it. I know you want to get it done, but you got to do it right. And you got to make sure there's lots and lots of evidence in your green card application. Don't forget, when you send in your green card package, you got to have your marriage license or marriage certificate. You got to have your I-94 from the Border Patrol. You got to have a copy of the K1 visa. You got to have a copy of the biographic page of your passport and your new wife's passport. You got to have pictures of your wedding, pictures from the past when you guys dated each other. When you fill out the 485, there's a question that asks, what is your status? Well, you're going to check the box that a Border Patrol officer spoke to you face to face, and underneath that box, you put K1. Let me see. Congratulations, Miguel. Dina, Diego, I'm so stressed. Some people say it'll take 8 months and more. This is ridiculous. No, it's not going to take 8 months. It doesn't take 8 months. Okay, Dina, be strong. Okay, we're going to get you through this. Renes, I really want to send you my well wishes and a very big thank you for the past 17 months. I've learned a lot from your videos and all for free. Well, there you go. I saved you $4,000, right? Just on the K1. And I'll save you another couple of grand on the green card application. The only thing you got to pay for is the visa fees, and I can't control that. But I'm so glad that we were able to save you all this money, because you can use it for something more important than an immigration attorney. I mean, I'm not an immigration attorney, and they do a good job. Okay, they do a good job. But I'm not an immigration attorney, but you really don't need one to do this process if you know what you're doing. And lots of people didn't know what they were doing. So we put this channel together so you can figure it out. So you don't have to pay anybody. I don't give you any legal advice, though. Okay? No, zero legal advice. I don't work for the State Department. I don't work for USCIS. Okay? But we do this for you to help you. So you don't have to pay an immigration attorney. Chris and Emma, yes, I saw that on the news that it is flooding. I thought it was in the UAE. I hope everything's okay over there. I'm sure it's such a hot country. They get so much sun. If there's any flooding, then it will be dried up pretty quick. The sun will dry it out pretty quick. Yeah, Ren S, congratulations to Miguel. Dina, Ali, it's been 2 months. Dina, I don't know what kind of visa they gave you for Iraq. I don't know what kind of visa you have, but I'm sure you're a U.S. citizen, most definitely. So hopefully you can stay in Iraq during this duration while you're waiting for this 221G to get adjudicated. And it will get adjudicated. I had to stay an extra month and a half in Colombia because we had to get an Interpol police certificate for Karina. So it was in Colombia an extra month and a half. Just hang in there. Chris and Emil, Dina, wait for 45 to 55 days to do adjustment of status. Well, first she's got to get to the United States with her future husband. Ren S, Diego, have you heard of any K1 success stories from Accra, Ghana? I'll make a video for you about Accra, Ghana. Okay, I don't have a pen here, but more, Juno Vida. Karina's going to remind me. I'll make a video about Ghana for you, okay? So you can see what goes on in Ghana. Miguel, Diego, now that I got married, do we have unlimited time to file for my wife's green card? No, you don't have unlimited time, but you're not under any pressure. So long as you got married within 90 days, you don't want to go past a year, because then their immigration will think that, you didn't get married or whatever. So my recommendation is get it done within the 90 days of your I-94. Put together a strong green card package and submit it before your I-94 expires in your new wife's passport. That's what immigration is looking for. They don't want you to file the green card on day 1 or day 2, because that looks that's a massive red flag. Because what you need to do is put together a good green card package. Give yourself 2 months, put together a good green card application, and send it in before the I-94 expires. Let me see. Claire and Madsen vlogs. Hi, it's us again. My Brazilian fiance applied for a tourist visa in 2022, but we weren't technically engaged yet. He was denied without reason when he told them I was his sponsor. Will that impact our K1? No, it's got nothing to do with the K1, but the immigration officer, the consular officer, was basically trying to protect both of you, okay? Because if you're going to commence a K1 visa process, they don't want you to, get married on the tourist visa in the United States. They don't want you to do that. If you come to America on a tourist visa, be a tourist. Don't get married and don't work. There was a lady from Kenya that came to the United States on a tourist visa, and she spent 5 months working here. When she went back to Kenya on vacation, back to her home country, the Border Patrol looked on her cell phone. And the Border Patrol said, "Why are you working in the United States on a tourist visa?" And she said, "Duh." Well, she had no explanation. So they canceled her tourist visa, by the way, which was good for 10 years. And then when she got to Kenya, they blocked her from ever coming back to the United States. So how stupid was that? Technically, they could do the same with a tourist visa. If you come to America on a tourist visa and get married, okay, that's a problem. depends on the circumstances. Okay, depends on the circumstances. So when that happened to you, when your tourist visa got denied, it wasn't to stop you from coming to America. Well, it was, but it was to make sure you didn't come to America and get the urge to get married. Okay, so they were protecting you guys so you can complete your K1 visa process without any issues. So no, it's not going to hurt your K1. It's not going to hurt your K1 visa at all. K1 visa, I'm the citizen, Dina Ali. So you're the citizen, you're the US citizen. I don't know how long the Iraqi government is going to give you permission to live in Iraq with your beneficiary. I don't know what the visa process is for Iraq. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Okay. So hopefully you can stay in Iraq for a long time. I stayed in Colombia for 11 months, but I had a visa that was good for a year. The Colombian government, by the goodness of their heart, they gave me a 1-year visa. Okay, normally it's only good for 3 months with an extension of 6 months, but I got one for 12 months. So I stayed in Colombia for extra 11 months. And that was the hardest part when I left, because I didn't see Karina again for another year. Was it 12? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was horrible, but it is what it is. Dina, I remember you went through that. Yeah. Renes, Miguel. Dina, what does Chris mean? Explain. Diego. What does Chris mean? Let me see. Where's the question from Chris? I don't see it. I didn't see the question. But Dina, you're going to be okay. You just got to wait out this process. You're in Iraq. Hang out there. Enjoy the time there. Let me see. Claire and Madison vlogs. For context, the only question they asked him was who he was staying with, and he answered that he'd be with his girlfriend. They said, we can't approve you at that time. Yeah, they were getting nervous. They thought you guys were going to get married. And now think about it. You guys are together. You love each other. You're in America. And you think to yourself, well, why not? Let's just get married. What the heck? But it would have hurt your application for the green card. Okay? Not all immigration attorneys, not all immigration officers are approving green card applications by beneficiaries who come to the United States on tourist visas and get married. They get a tourist visa, they come to America, they get married. Immigration there's a good chance you won't get the green card, you'll get disapproved. There's a possibility. So in a way, it's a good thing that happened for you, because then they took away any opportunity of you getting the urge to get married to each other. They blocked it. Okay? So you're good. Just hang in there. Adjustment of status, Dina Ali. Chris said wait 44 to 55 months to 55. No, that's good. Yeah, wait 44 to 55 days to do the adjustment of status. I agree. When you get to America with your beneficiary, you get married, wait about 40 to 60 days before you apply for the green card, because you want to put together a strong green card package. That's what he means by that. Okay? Dina, that's what he means, okay? And Chris and Madison vlog, don't worry about it. The immigration officer at the embassy was protecting both of you from making a decision in America on a tourist visa. That's why they did it. That's why he did it. But you'll get your K1 visa approved. Miguel, her I-94 expires at the end of this month. Will it be an issue if we file the green card after that? No, as long as you got married within 90 days. The I-94 is a permission slip for the beneficiary to marry his or her American sponsor within 90 days. The I-94 doesn't say you got to apply for the green card within 90 days. It says you got to get married within 90 days. You could apply for the green card 4 months later, 5 months later, if you want to. But I don't recommend it. My recommendation is come to America and get married within the 90 days and then apply for the green card at about the 50 or 60 day mark once you've put together the green card application, and it's good. So you're good, Miguel. Don't worry. As long as you got married within 90 days, you're in status. Jin Ganesh. Hi, Diego and Karina. I had my interview yesterday at the embassy in Guyana. My visa was approved. Now, I knew it. So Jin Ganesh gets a Mountain Dew salute for a visa approval. Now, Guyana is neighbors with Venezuela. And the dictator of Venezuela, Comrade Maduro, the commie, he thinks he controls Guyana now. But he doesn't. So a salute to Jin Ganesh. Congratulations. Excuse me. Congratulations. We're happy for you. So now you're going to wave goodbye to Venezuela. You're going to miss your family in Guyana. And you come to America and start your life. Start your life in America. If you need help with the green card application, guess what? We're here for you, right? More, usually 3 times a week, but more usually because we get so many questions. Ren S, how many interview questions should my fiance and I prepare for? I would say between 7 and 10. 7 and 10. My documents are in order. Just my fiance and I need to practice our interview questions. Okay, make sure that he dresses business casual, doesn't wear jeans and t-shirt to a K1 visa interview. Wear nice pants, a nice shirt. If it's hot, you don't wear a jacket. I don't know how hot it is in Ghana. It's probably a pretty hot place, but just dress nice and make sure you know everything about each other. Make sure, Ren S, you know everything about your beneficiary. What's his mom's name? What's his dad's name? Does he have any brothers and sisters? Where do they live? What does he do? What kind of job has he got? What kind of job? You know, has he ever been married before? Learn everything about your beneficiary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And beneficiary, learn everything about your sponsor. Let me see. Ren S, congrats to Jin Ganesh. Yeah. Dina Ali, Chris said wait 45 to 55. That's days for the green card. The green card. When you get to America, Dina, with your new husband, that's when we're going to get you on the next step, okay? Then we'll go over that. Miguel, there's a Word document of 100 interview questions if you Google K1 visa interview questions. Yeah, I made a video, too, about K1 visa interview questions. If you want to watch the video or if you want to read it on a website, either way, it's all good. Abdulli Jallo, Diego, my fiance applied my K1 application last month. March, did you have any idea what the timeline K1 applicants for 2024? It's about 6 to 8 months for K1 from NOA 1 to NOA 2. And then remind me what country you're in, and I'll give you an estimated timeline for the whole process for you. Just remind me what country. I can't remember. I try to remember, but you know, I just can't remember everything. Chris and Emo, yes, Dina. Ren S, Jin Ganesh, what questions were asked during the K1 visa interview? Dina Ali to Chris, but he's under administrative processing. It's been 60 days. Dina Ali, don't worry about what Chris said right now. Right now, you're just going to focus on getting through the administrative processing. It could take another couple of months, but we're going to get you through it. All right. Ren S, I'll check it out. Miguel, thanks. Ren S, it's hot. Ghana told him to wear business casual. That's what I just said. Wear business casual. Mohammed, hey, Diego and Karina, we got approved on April 16th. Mountain Dew salute for every K1 visa approval, ladies and gentlemen. That's a Mountain Dew salute. I don't know if you can read it. Do you know how long it takes to get the visa to be issued? What country? What country are you in? Priyanka, hello, Diego and Karina. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Priyanka. Now, Priyanka is from beautiful India. India is a beautiful country. And she got married in Kansas, and she lives in Alabama, and she had to send her green card application to Phoenix, Arizona. Karina's from Venezuela. She lived in Colombia, and we had to send our green card application, and lives in Florida, and she had to send her green card application to Chicago. So go figure. How does this, I don't, you know, it all goes with the flow, right? Francois Livingston, you never know when there's a surprise live stream. Good afternoon from upstate New York. Francois, do you like the surprise live streams? I promise everybody a guaranteed live stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, starting around 6 p.m. and going on for an hour or two or an hour and a half, right? You've got guaranteed 12 to 15 hours a month with Diego and Karina. But then I throw in surprise live streams so we can catch up with questions that we didn't catch up with yesterday. So here we are. Chris and Emil, sorry to throw you off. I thought you were talking about adjustment of status, green card. No. Dina is waiting for her beneficiary to get through a 221G. So she's in Iraq with him. Simon Data. Hi, Diego. Diego, finally we got the interview date. It's been 10 months of waiting for Embassy Casablanca in Morocco. That's a long time, but congratulations. In Morocco, Mohammed's in Morocco. Okay, so we're talking from NOA 1 to interview date, probably around 14 months. Abduli Jallo, country of residence, UAE. There you go. United Arab Emirates. That's right. Ren S, I pray I'm able to post the great news that on May 2nd, I get my K1 visa too. You will. And Ren S, you're going to get a big Mountain Dew salute. Dina said it's okay to Chris. Priyanka, waiting for green card and employment authorization. Now, listen up, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Do not work on your social security number, okay? Especially in the state of Florida. Once you get your social security number, that means you have a social security number. That means you can open up a bank account. It doesn't mean you can go to work, okay? When I was in Colombia, I was given a social security number. It's called a cedula. That means I could open up a bank account in Colombia, but I couldn't work. I didn't have permission to work. I only had permission to be there, okay? And bank there if I wanted to, or buy a house there if I wanted to, or buy land, or whatever I wanted to do. But I couldn't work there. The same is true in the United States of America. If you are in the United States and you get your social security number, good on you, but you cannot work. You have to wait for the employment authorization document and or your green card. Now in Florida, if you get your social security number and then you go and apply for a job, by state law, they have to do what's known as E-Verify. E-Verify means they will punch that social security number into their big computer database, and they're going to look for your green card or your work permit authorization from Homeland Security. If it doesn't show up, you're going to get what's known as a mismatch. And a mismatch will be where Homeland Security sends you a letter, Mr. Beneficiary, saying, why are you working without permission from Homeland Security? They could deny your green card. Will they? If you write a good letter, if you write a good pity party letter, probably they won't, but that they could. So here's the secret. Don't go to work on your social security number. Wait for your green card or work permit. Priyanka, thank you for remembering. No problem. Simon Dada, I am a Moroccan. He's telling Mohammed he's from Morocco. Francois, love them. Luckily, I was out of work and bam, YouTube notifies me of a live chat. Well, I don't know how that works, but I'm glad you got notified because then you're not going to miss all the good fun and the action. You're going to be with us, and we're going to keep Francois. We're going to keep pulling you down the line so you get your NOA 2 letter, and then we're going to pull you over the finish line and get your green card for your beneficiary. Miguel, Diego, my wife finally got insured through my health insurance, but she does not have any vaccinations. What should we do? Get the vaccinations. Go to CVS and get all your vaccinations. Okay, that's an email from our friends in Nevada. Get your vaccinations. Go pay for them. I paid for Karina's vaccinations in Bogota, Colombia. It cost $400 for everything. In Florida, it would have cost me $1,200, $1,300, $1,400. So I got them all done in Bogota. And Karina, she started her vaccinations in July of 2023, and she finished up in November 2023. She got boom, 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 boom for 5 months. If you don't have all the vaccinations, you won't get a green card. Immigration will not issue a green card if you do not have all the vaccinations. So here's what I recommend you do. You repeat the medical exam with a doctor where you live. Go find a civil surgeon approved by the State Department to give medical exams. Get a list of vaccinations that are required. and have the doctor say you need these vaccinations and go get them. Okay, repeat the medical exam, get a brand new 693, have the doctor tell you what vaccinations you require, and get them done. The health department will do it for free in Florida. We'll go and do it at the health department. If he's in Florida, get them done in the health department. But don't forget COVID. You got to have that. That's one of the mandatories. Mohammed, Simon, I'm from Yemen. My fiance is from Morocco. Freddie Hernandez. Hola, Diego Karina. I have my interview next month. Cita próxima mes. I had a job change. Cambio trabajo. Will the interview officer be able to update without putting my stuff on admin hold? Well, was it the sponsor who had a job change, or was it the beneficiary who had a job change? Number one, immigration couldn't care less if the beneficiary changed jobs. They don't care. If the sponsor changed jobs and you've already got a visa interview set up and it's that close, don't worry about it. Update it when you fill out the green card application with the 864. That's when you update your new job on the 864. Let me see here. Yes, I'm hoping for a speedy process in Morocco as well. Jairus. Freddie Hernandez had a job change. Will the interview officer be able to update without putting my stuff on admin hold? It's not important. I wouldn't even bring it up. Just change. When you fill out the 864 for the green card, that's when you update your job change. All right, just leave it well alone until you get to America. That's what I would suggest, okay? Chris and Emma, welcome. I'm at the ready status for the interview. I have a living situation I'm taking off now, okay? Simon Dada, Mohammed, it takes me 10 months. Chris and Emma, he said to everyone, do not apply the work permit. He said, waste of money. That's correct. I agree, because of the green card and work authorization, time has shortened time frame. So you get your work authorization permit and you pay $265 for it. And then a month later, you get your green card, maybe 2 months. So you're going to save a month, maybe 2 months, and it's going to cost you $265. If your sponsor can financially take care of your beneficiary without him or her having to go to work right away, don't waste your money on the work permit. Just wait for the green card. Save that money. Save the $265. It's not mandatory you apply for a work permit. Okay, but it is mandatory you apply for the green card. Jairus, hi Diego and Karina. Thank you for the surprise content. Hey, we like to do the surprise live streams. Mohammed, no, my question was, we got approved at the visa interview on April 16th, but I was wondering how long does it take to get the visa issued on Morocco? Give them 2 weeks. April 16th, so that's what, a week ago. Give them another week. 10 days, 15 days, somewhere in there. Priyanka, our house rental agreement says my maiden name and our renter's insurance says my married name. Will that be okay? Perfectly okay. It's no problem. Karina's maiden name is on the title to the car, but her married name is on the deed to the house. When she gets her work permit, which we got for free, we'll go back to Social Security office and update her last name to her married name. And then I'll go back and change the title to the married name. So, it's all good. You're okay, Priyanka? Not a problem. Mohammed, Simon Dada, nice, that was fast. Tuan Benson, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Ross from Miami. Beautiful Miami. Jairus to Mohammed, 1 to 2 weeks is the wait time for the visa after the interview approval. That's what I just said. Tuan Benson, health department will do it for free in Florida. That's for vaccinations. Vaccinations. Do not submit your green card application without every single vaccination required by immigration. You must. I would recommend also getting a brand new medical exam done on a 693. Brand new medical exam. Get it included in your green card application so you don't get an RFE on the medical. Let me see. Lots of questions. Drenes, the embassy gave us that time, and if I dare try to reschedule, I'll go through hell. Yes, that's true. Accurate Ghana embassy doesn't answer calls. They don't. Jerry, to Mohammed, you are welcome. Francois Livingston, thank you for your support, for the support. Much appreciated. One of the best I did in life was starting to watch this channel. Well, that's great. Hope to hear good news soon. You will get, Francois, give USCIS 2 weeks or 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks max, to reevaluate your paperwork that you submitted, which will just reinforce your K1 visa application, which will explain what happened in the past, which will then get you the NOA2 letter. Okay? So you basically are learning as you go through this process, and we're going to help you get through it. Miguel, what is a 693? That's a medical paperwork. When you had your medical exam done in when your beneficiary had her medical exam done in her home country, the doctor filled out form 693 and certified the medical exam. When you get to America, you got to repeat it. You got to find a civil surgeon authorized by the State Department to process medical exams, and that doctor will fill out a brand new 693, sign it and date it, and also vaccination paperwork, and include it in your green card application. So that way you don't get an RFE from USCIS looking for the medical, okay? Granted your medical exam, like Karina had her medical exam in Bogota, Colombia, was it November? It was good for 6 months. So December, November, December, January. It was good till May of 2024. But in January, we just redid it. We just got a brand new medical exam. We did the whole thing brand new over, got our vaccinations recertified, and boom, and we put it in the green card package. Let me see. Francois. Hang in there, Francois. We're going to pull you over that finish line, okay, Francois? And Priyanka, thank you, Diego and Karina. You're welcome. You're welcome, Mohammed. Miguel, that's the answer. What is a 693? It's a medical exam paperwork. Renes, what to do, Diego? Embassy opens at 7:30. My interview is scheduled at 7. Be there at 6 a.m. 1 hour before the embassy opens. They're going to let you in for the interview. They'll bring to the embassy the MOV receipt where you paid for the interview, the DS-160, all the paperwork, all the birth certificates, the passports, the police certificates, and be it outside of the embassy at 6 o'clock in the morning. So they will open up for the 7 o'clock visa interview. The interview opens at 7:30 for U.S. Citizenship Services. So if I was in Ghana and I lost my passport, or if I was in Ghana and I broke my hand and I needed a doctor, okay, and I didn't know what to do, the embassy would open at 7:30 for me. But it's opening up at 7 a.m. for immigrant visas. And Denise Jefferson. Hello, Diego and Karina. The second medical will cost $500. We have the vaccination worksheet and the disc. Why is the disc not acceptable? Can it be transcribed, or is it about the money? Here's the thing, Denise. You can get the medical exam transcribed from a disc. Karina had hers on a disc too. But immigration will not. Number one, they don't have time to look at discs. They only look at paperwork. Number two, they don't trust discs to go into their computer networks because there's a good possibility they can get a malware put on their computers or a virus put on their computers. So they will not put a disc in their computers. They will not do it. Protecting their government computers from malware. Okay. But if you can get it transcribed and get it signed off and put it into a sealed envelope, if you can get a transcription of your 693, okay, I mean, it's up to you. What would I do? I would spend $500 and redo the medical exam and have it signed off on a 693 with the vaccination certificate signed off. It cost me $175. Apparently in Utah, it's going to cost you $500 plus. That's crazy money. But, you know, it's up to you. Number one, immigration will not accept a disc. They will not put the disc in their computers. They will not do it. They won't do it. Okay. You can get it transcribed, but then it's not public. It's public information that you can see. Immigration want to see it in a sealed envelope from a doctor, a civil surgeon. When you got your medical exam for your benefit, when your beneficiary got his medical exam in Nigeria, it was in a sealed packet, right? All sealed up. You couldn't see it. You have to repeat that for the green card application. And how you do it is up to you. But what I would do is to prevent your green card application from getting into a 1-year delay or a 7-month or 8-month delay is just to repeat the medical exam. Just repeat it, get it on a 693, get it signed and the vaccination certified, get it in an envelope sealed and signed to USCIS, Homeland Security. Include it in the green card application, and you will save yourself a massive headache. Okay, I'm sorry it's $500. You know, maybe you could fly to Florida and get it done in Pensacola for $175. Make a vacation out of it. Get it. It's a lot cheaper here than it is in Utah. Immigration don't care what state. They just care that the doctor is approved by the State Department. So, you know, my opinion, Denise, to save you from a massive headache and to prevent a delay in the green card is just repeat it. And Denise Jefferson, we actually asked for 2 copies for the medical exam, but one was provided on a disc. The disc is no good. Try to get them to give you 2 actual packages to save you money on the back end. Good info from Denise Jefferson. Ren S, Ren S, be at the embassy by 6 a.m. Nadi Olisa, hi Denise, with your experience, is it better to get 2 medicals here in Nigeria? One for the embassy, one for adjustment of status. And Denise said they give you 2. One's on paper in a sealed envelope, one's on a disc. The disc is useless. You can't use it. You can't use it. It's a souvenir from immigration. That's all it is. Immigration will not accept discs. They won't put them in their computers. They're protecting their government networks, okay, their systems. Ren S, if my confirmation page states interview appointment is at 7 a.m., but the embassy opens at 7:30, you be at the embassy at 6 a.m. and get in line and wait because it opens at 7:30 for U.S. citizenship services, not for immigrant visas. Jairus, can the petitioner accompany the beneficiary to the visa interview in Morocco? I know they have the window style facility at the embassy. They have the window style in Bogota, Colombia, and I was allowed to accompany Karina in Colombia, but I was sick. I was sick as a dog. I had mountain sickness. I had the flu. I had everything. So Karina made me stay in bed, and she went to her visa interview by herself. And the immigration officer said, "Where's Diego? Where's your sponsor?" She said, "He's at home in bed sick with mountain sickness." He's in a computer laughing. Okay, but I don't know about Morocco. I don't know if you can accompany your beneficiary to the visa interview in Morocco. In England, you cannot. In the United Kingdom, in London, you cannot accompany your beneficiary to the visa interview. In the Philippines, you are not allowed in there. I don't think. I know in England you're not allowed for sure. In the Philippines, I don't think you're allowed in there either. You have to. Your sponsor has to wait outside. I don't know, Jairus. Honestly, I wish I knew the answer. Renee, so you mean if my fiance reaches embassy at 6 a.m. and waits, he'll be in at 7 a.m. rather than 7:30 for the scheduled 7 a.m. interview, in spite of the embassy opening and at 7:30. You're a beneficiary. Your fiance needs to be at the embassy by 6 a.m. They will let him in, okay? Probably about 6:30, they'll probably start to open up the doors, and then you'll get your visa interview at 7 a.m. And then at 7:30 a.m., the embassy will open up for U.S. citizenship services. So if I needed help at the embassy in Ghana, I would have to wait till 7:30 because I'm a U.S. citizen. But immigrant visas are getting scheduled at 7 a.m. You got to be there an hour early. Twan Benson, I'd pay the $510 and avoid the headache. Good advice. Not only do you avoid the headache, you avoid the RFE, and you avoid getting a 6 to 7 month wait for the freaking green card. The green card, okay, will be put into an administrative hold until they get the medical exam. Why don't just get it done? Just add it to your expense account. This is how much it costs for a K1 visa. This is how much it costs for a green card. In Florida, it's $175 total. I got everything done for $175. But Karina's vaccinations were all done in Colombia, so I didn't have to worry about vaccinations. Okay. Utah is $500 plus. San Diego, I think it's like $1,100 or not, or whatever the price is. California price, you know. Denise, my recommendation is to eat the cost and that will guarantee you don't get an RFE, and it will speed up the green card processing by 5 months. I think it's worth it. Aquarius, back on board. Hey, Diego, USCIS is moving fast. Someone on the K1 group I'm a part of was approved in 4 months. That's pretty quick, Aquarius. That's good. And please tell me you're not in Facebook. You're not in Facebook, right, Aquarius? Really? You're not in Facebook, right? Because if you're in Facebook, I'm going to tell you to delete that Facebook account. Get out of there. Get out of Facebook. It's a waste of, it's just a total drama. Denise Jefferson, you're Aquarius, you're in Facebook. Get out of Facebook. Delete it. What are you doing in Facebook? What do you do? Do you post your breakfast and lunch on Facebook? Hey, look what I had for breakfast. Don't do it. Facebook is a drama city. Okay. Do you know who runs Facebook? Aquarius, no way. Do you know who runs Facebook? The CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency. People that have quit the CIA, they've retired or they quit working for the Central Intelligence Agency. Mark Zuckerberg hired them to run Facebook. So you got members of the CIA who were former employees of the government intelligence agencies who spy on people running Facebook. Get rid of that Facebook. Delete it. There's no, I mean, keep your stuff private. Let me see. Denise Jefferson. We actually asked for 2 copies of the medical, but one was on a disc. Yeah, the disc is useless, Denise. Immigration will not put a disc in their computers, on their government computers. Nadi Olisa, thank you, Denise. It's a struggle getting an interview appointment in Nigeria. I'll make sure to get 2 medicals. It's cheaper here. Here's how you do it. You get the medical done, wherever it is in whatever country you're in, and then you repeat the medical exam in the United States, in whichever state you're in. And just pay. You know, it's a civil surgeon. It's got to be a civil surgeon approved by the State Department. So, you know, we got our Marine Corps friend Larry who lives just down the road here from us in Florida. I've already hooked him up with the doctor in Pensacola to get his fiance from Thailand, get her repeat medical exam done so he doesn't get a big headache. Aquarius, no way, get out of Facebook. Come on, Aquarius. What are you doing in Facebook? What do you do? What do you post in Facebook? What do you put in there? You know, I went to the zoo. What do you do? What's the point of it? Let me see. S. Bay, greetings, Mr. and Mrs. Ross. Righteous work you're doing. Thank you, S. Bay. Does one fill out the DS-160 after receiving the ready status? You can. The DS-160 is the Department of State. That's what DS stands for. It's a form that is an application for the K1 visa filled out by the beneficiary. If the beneficiary doesn't read or write or speak English, the sponsor can fill it out for the beneficiary, and as long as the sponsor identifies him or herself as the person that helped fill out the form. And then you submit it to the embassy, and it's good for 12 months. So if you submit the DS-160 at the ready status, you can do it. and it's good for 12 months. It will expire, then you have to repeat it after 12 months. Is there a charge for the DS-160? No, it's a totally free form, zero cost. DS-160 is free. The $265 is you're paying for the consular officer's time to adjudicate your K-1 visa. The consular officer has to read the DS-160. His or her eyes are probably watery and hurting at the end of the day because he or she has probably read dozens of DS-160s. So you're paying the salary of the consular officer. You're not paying for the DS-160. Aquarius, no way. No way what? You're not posting your lunch on Facebook? What are you doing on Facebook? What do you do? You don't be posting pictures in there. The CIA is watching you. Well, former members of the CIA. Rich, hi Diego. How long is it taking for USCIS to process the green card application? They just received our response for request for evidence. This takes 4 to 5 months to get the green card. 4 to 5 months. You're asking me. So you filed your green card paperwork, and they sent you an RFE, right? Is that what you're telling me? A request for further evidence. They needed more information for your green card application. That's what you're telling me, right? Denise Jefferson to Nadi, Olisa, did you join the support group from Nigeria, the support group forum in Nigeria, to speed up getting an appointment? We got our appointment in less than 2 weeks. Denise, that's more good information. Denise is knocking it out. She's knocking out information here out of the ballpark. That's a good idea. Now, those support groups, I believe, are in WhatsApp. They're not in Facebook, right? You know, whatever you write in Facebook gets stored on a server for eternity, you know, and could come back and haunt you in 20 years from now. Get out of that Facebook stuff. It's a waste of time. Just my opinion. Now, if you like going into Facebook, if it entertains you, if you want to go into Facebook and look at and see what Grandma had for breakfast yesterday, go ahead and join and stay on Facebook. You know, it's all good. I mean, if you get a kick out of it, but for privacy and for security, I'm no longer there. I deleted the account. So on the YouTube channel, I've got a link to a Facebook account that doesn't exist. Rich. Yes, they needed a joint sponsor. Okay, no problem. You responded. You sent in the information. So it gave them 2 or 3 weeks to respond to that, and you should see your green card probably in about maximum 5 months. Priyanka, my interview for K1 visa was in Sweden. Consular officer was very friendly, and we got approved, and you got approved in 4 minutes. Aprobado en 4 minutos. ¿Sí el español bien? Okay, oh, that's good, Priyanka. That's right. You were in Sweden. I remember Sweden. That's a beautiful country. Like it's got Denmark, Sweden, Norway. All those countries are just beautiful countries. And I want to take Karina there one day for vacation, but not until she gets her U.S. citizenship. When she becomes a U.S. citizen, which will be in 3 years, once she gets her green card, we're going on travels. We're going to travel. We'll do a live stream. How about we do a live stream from England? We could do a live stream from London, right? I could sit under Tower Bridge with Karina, get a Wi-Fi connection, and do a live stream from Tower Bridge. They probably wouldn't let me do a live stream from the Crown Jewels in the Tower of London. You know, they would get a bit nervous about that. But we'll do a live stream from England, and then we'll go from there. Let's suppose we go to Sweden. I do a live stream from Stockholm. Okay, Priyanka recommends Sweden. We will go to Sweden. We'll do it on Priyanka's recommendation, but not yet. First, we got to get Karina her U.S. passport, and that requires citizenship. Let me see. Priyanka was in Sweden. Aquarius, wow, congratulations. That's good. Very good. Jaslyn Singh, are you familiar with Packet 3, Packet 4 from Canada for K1? Do I email back the checklist along with required docs or everything on the checklist? Everything that's required for your particular case is on the checklist, Jaslyn. It's the Packet 3, Packet 4 email. You click on there. They sent you some links, right? This is the email where you schedule the visa interview. You pay the visa fee. You fill out the DS-160. If you're in Canada, you probably speak English without any problems, or French. So you should be able to fill it out without any problems. The documents listed on that packet 3, packet 4 email may not apply to you. You may not need a death certificate. You may not need a divorce decree. I don't know. You just submit what you just bring to the visa interview, what is pertaining to your particular case. Okay? That's how it works. So, you know, you can do it. Everything on the checklist? No. Everything that pertains to you is required. Your passport, your birth certificate, your police certificate, your medical exam, your biographic page of your passport, a copy of your sponsor's passport biographic page, U.S. citizen's passport, blown up nice and big in color, proof of your relationship, photos of you together, vacations together, the I-134 from your sponsor, the tax returns, the tax transcripts, the W-2s, 1099s. A W-2 is issued when you work for somebody. A 1099 is issued if you're self-employed, like if you're a real estate agent or you're retired from the military. Let me see. Priyanka, yes, Diego, I recommend a travel to Sweden. So Priyanka gusta Sweden. Sweden en español, yo no entiendo. Sweden. Oh, okay. So it's no different. Rich, we applied in March of 2024. Okay, no problem. Priyanka, according to your advice, me and my husband started putting evidence for our 10-year green card. That's good. I'm doing the same for Karina. In the back there, in the back of the house, we got a file folder, and on the front of the file folder it says Karina's 10-year green card evidence. Now her 10-year green card isn't going to be applied for not for another 2 years, but we're going to be we are going to have a stack of evidence like this. Let me see. Look at that. Look at that. Right there. Am I good? Right there. A ton of evidence for Karina's 10-year green card. She's on the electric bill. She's on the water bill. She's on the trash bill. Every time I get a bill, her name is on it. And I print a copy of it. It goes in the 10-year green card evidence folder. We go somewhere. We went to Alabama. We were in New Orleans. We took pictures. That goes into the green card evidence folder for the 10-year green card. Okay? It's not over, ladies and gentlemen, until you're a U.S. citizen. If you're a beneficiary, it's not over until you are a U.S. citizen. You will always have an immigration weight around your neck until you become a U.S. citizen. You get the 2-year green card. You got to update it to a 10-year green card. Then you got to renew your 10-year green card every 10 years. Just become a U.S. citizen after 3 years, and then get rid of that weight off your shoulders. Good job, Priyanka, for doing that. Okay, listen to me, guys. Jaslyn Singh, right? Thank you. But I do email with docs pertaining to me. I'll just collect it for the interview. You just collect it for the interview. You don't upload anything for a visa interview for K1. You bring it to the interview in your hand. Priyanka, for 10-year green card application, do we have to provide a police certificate from the USA? No, you don't. Here's what happens. When your 2-year green card expires, you apply for your 10-year green card 90 days before the expiration date on your conditional 2-year green card. Your conditional 2-year green card is good for 24 months. 90 days before it expires, you apply for the 10-year green card. You may, when you pay for that, remember, you just paid for the 2-year green card, right? When you pay for the 10-year green card, you're going to get a letter, possibly, where you have to repeat biometrics. So you just have to go back to wherever it is you went. Where did you go? Atlanta? And repeat the biometrics. Possibly. But there's a chance you don't have to. It all depends on what's going on in 2 years from now when you get your 10-year green card. You don't have to provide an FBI clearance certificate. No, you don't. It's done via biometrics by Homeland Security. So you don't have to worry about that, Priyanka. So make a note. Don't need FBI police certificate. Nadi Olisa, yes, Denise, I just got into a forum. I hope to get an appointment soon. Hi, Diego from Nadi. My NOA 2 will expire in May, and I'm not yet got an appointment. I paid my visa fee and filled out the DS-160. Do I have a problem with the NOA 2 expiration? No, you don't. You're in contact with the embassy. You've paid your visa fee. The consular officer at the embassy has automatically extended your NOA 2 letter because you've paid the visa fee. It's not your fault. You cannot get an appointment. The consular officer at the embassy has automatically extended your NOA 2 letter, so forget about it. But maintain contact with the embassy. Send them an email once every 2 weeks and check in and print those emails. Francois, I even sent USCIS 2022, 2023, and 2024 bank statements, and the same for pay stubs and tax transcripts. Very good. Good job. Boyke Molu. Hello, Diego. How long does it take for a work permit to come? About 3 months. About 3 months. Karina's been waiting since February 29th. They started doing the processing on March 22nd. So March to April. So probably by middle of June, she'll get a work permit. And then by the end of July, beginning of August, she'll get her green card. Priyanka, yes, Diego, I did biometrics in Atlanta. Thank you for your support, Diego and Karina. No worries. So Priyanka, what's going to happen is when you apply for your 10-year green card, 3 months before your 2-year green card expires, you're going to have all your evidences collected over the last 2 years, right? You're collecting the evidence. You got a little folder back in the back there, and you're collecting your evidence now for your 10-year green card, right? And you don't need to do a police certificate. You don't have to do it. S. Bay, pardon my ignorance. You mentioned creating an account to keep track. I can't remember what you called it. SEAC. Yeah, the SEAC. It's the Consular Electronic Applications Center. It's the SEAC. You will get an email telling you how to do that from the embassy. Aquarius, is it good time to request tax transcripts now since the tax season is over? It's too early. It's too early. Wait, you need to probably wait till May or June before you can get tax transcripts. Okay, guys, I jumped on here. I've been talking for an hour. Okay, it's Tuesday. Tokyo is whining like a little baby out there. He wants to either come in on the live stream, or he wants us to play, or he wants to go play in the yard and go hang out with his American cat friends. I think he wants to go play in the garden. So we're going to go ahead and log off, and we will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Time, which is 7 p.m. Miami time, which is 5 p.m. Albuquerque time, which is 4 p.m. Los Angeles time. See you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m.